So we have a big breaking news coming out. Do me a favor and share this video. Once again, thank you so much for your support. The US unveils new nuclear equipment and finished it in 1 year early. In Amarillo, Texas, Energy Secretary Chris Wright just announced the first completed, look at this, B6113 gravity bomb, a modern U.S. nuclear equipment built to meet new military needs. Wow, so they just finished this 1 year early. So it means that this thing is active. And if I'm not mistaken, this is only for aircraft. No submarines and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna get to all this here, guys. This is a big bombshell breaking news. I want to play this video really quick here, and yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with this news. So at the same time, yesterday the U.S. Test an unarmed Minuteman III. All right, so we are definitely seeing some war preparation going on here. Give me a second before I start. I want to just block that image there, that trademark. It could hit me with copyrights. All right, so we're going to get to all this. Let me just play the video. Whoops. I have to pause something here really quick. There we go. I have to pause something. All right, so let's play this video. If you can, again, share it, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Let me just remove myself. Here we go.
Energy Chris Wright is in Amarillo. U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright is in Amarillo to deliver remarks recognizing the completion of the first production unit of the B6113.
Of the first B61-13.
The first B6113 gravity bomb.
The Department of Energy says the bomb is a modernized nuclear weapon designed to meet updated Department of Defense requirements.
This announcement was made over at the Pantex plant today, and according to officials, the first unit was assembled almost a year before the original target.
Chris Wright says there was a push to finish this before the deadline.
Chris Wright, the U.S. Secretary of Energy, says having the bomb done sends a message.
Being able to get things done ahead of the schedule shows his strength and a commitment to America that I think is a positive message.
The major milestone for America's nuclear stockpile completed a year ahead of schedule.
Okay, so they're not messing around. They're not messing around. They just built this thing. Is, you know, the world is in shock now. So how powerful is this nuclear equipment? Well, we're gonna find out here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you so much for your support. So what is the B6113? U.S. unveils new nuclear equipment. Boom. All right. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here. This is big breaking news. It says here the U.S. has completed the assembly of its new generation B6113 nuclear, nearly a year ahead of schedule, the U.S. Department of Energy announced. The B6113 is the latest variant of the Cold War era B61, gravity you know what. Now, featuring a higher maximum yield than its predecessor, the B6112, proposed in 2023 during Joe administration. The upgrade is part of the Pentagon's broader push to modernize the nation's aging nuclear arsenal. So we are moving really fast here. We are definitely moving really fast. And other countries are also doing the same thing too. They're getting new hypersonic stuff. I mean, all I gotta say is buckle up. Buckle up. Underground City, $21 trillion was used to build that. It's only for the rich people, by the way, guys. You know, again, our bunker's the kingdom of heaven. All right, so they're building bunkers. They're getting all the preparation. They got new weapons. I mean, it just, you know, definitely Bible prophecy. So it says here the Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, hailed the achievement, saying it signals to Washington adversaries that the U.S. is ready to confront today's global challenges from a position of strength and security. Now, the B-6113 is a tactical equipment designed to destroy hardened, deeply buried military targets. It is part of the B-61 series, a key part of the existing U.S. stockpile designed to be air-dropped and detonated at or near the target. So again, it says here this equipment can only be delivered by strategic bomber aircraft. There's a possibility, perhaps the F-16 or the new one, maybe perhaps the the F-47. So we are definitely seeing some new weapons coming out this year. The new aircraft, the 47. That's a really bad aircraft. When I say bad, I'm talking about it's amazing. All right, so this aircraft, it does come with all these drones that follows it. All right, so you got drones are detected to follow the F-47. And now we have this new nuclear. So we are definitely showing the world that the stuff that we have and what it's capable of. All right, so once again, this equipment can only be delivered by strategic bomber aircraft with deployment plan from bases within the continental U.S., the DOE said. And guys, you can't forget about the Golden Dome. So Donald is really moving fast on this one. Assembly of the first unit of the B-6113 was completed almost a year ahead of target, and less than 2 years after the program was first announced, making it one of the most rapidly developed and fielded equipment since the Cold War. The B-6113 incorporates the safety, security, and accuracy features of the B-6112, but with a higher yield oriented to defeat of certain harder and large area military targets. Now it says here, the B-61 will provide the president with additional nuclear option. Okay, so against certain harder and large area military target. Separately, the DoD will coordinate with NNSA to complete and implement a comprehensive strategy for the defeat of hard and deeply buried targets. So this is like, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like one of those bunker buster. I think that's the name of it. So this thing could take out, again, you know how Iran has a nuclear facility deep underground, or the missile city? Well, that equipment that we have will literally destroy every single object, equipment buried underground. The B-61 will have an explosive yield incomparable to the B-617 variant, which has maximum yield of 360 kilotons, more than 22 times the explosive force of the equipment that was dropped on Japan 1940 something. Man, 22 times more powerful than that. However, it still falls short of the nation's most powerful nuclear, the 1.2 megaton B-83. We don't need to make stuff that strong, though. It's like the bear. It's like Russia. They got their stuff way too powerful. I mean, what's the point of doing all that? We know that we are capable of building something strong, but we're not trying to crack the earth. So Secretary of Energy Chris Wright said in a statement that the modernizing America's nuclear stockpile is essential to delivering Donald peace through strength agenda. The remarkable speed of the B-6113 production is a testament to the ingenuity of our scientists and engineers, and the urgency we face to fortify deterrence in a volatile new age. Now it says here what people are saying. Representative Ronnie Jackson, a Texas Republican, said on X, formerly Twitter, "It is a privilege to represent Amarillo, home to the Pantex plant in Congress. Under Donald, we are strengthening America's nuclear arsenal." And that's very true. That is very true. I noticed that Donald is pushing really quick the Golden Dome, the Aircraft 47, and then you have this very powerful equipment. I see that Donald is building the military, and he's doing it really quick. I'm glad that the B6113 life extension program is ahead of schedule, despite Joe administration attempt to cut hundreds of millions of dollars in funding for Pantex. Thanks to Energy Secretary Chris Wright for helping stamp the first production unit, and U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright said on X, "It was my honor today to stamp the first completed B6113 unit at the Pantex plant." Now, this achievement signals to our adversaries and allies alike the U.S. is prepared to meet the challenges of today's environment from a position of strength and security. The DOE's National Nuclear Security Administration said on X that the NNSA has completed the first production unit of the B6113 nuclear gravity boom. This is a major accomplishment for stockpile modernization, thanks to the entire NNSA team who worked to achieve this milestone nearly a year ahead of schedule. All right. So what happens next? Well, the DOE's NNSA is working on 6 other warhead modernizing programs to ensure the reliability and effectiveness of the nuclear stockpile. Wow. And it's not even over. They're still going to be building some very powerful stuff. I want to read this one too, guys. I kind of missed this. I truly apologize. All right, so once again, we are definitely seeing some very powerful apocalyptic equipment being built ASAP, and yeah, it just things are moving really quick now. So once again, U.S. unveiled new nuclear, and finished in 1 year early. Give me a second here. So Mr. Wright said being able to get things done ahead of the schedule shows his strength and a commitment to America that thinks positive message. The B-61 is the latest upgrade in a nuclear equipment series dating back to the 1960s. Unlike missiles, gravity, are dropped from planes. Yes, still a thing. The Department of Energy says is part of keeping the U.S. stockpile sharp, modern, and ready. So, while the equipment likely won't end up in a museum anytime soon, it does signal America's intent to stay ahead in the global nuclear game. Alright, so the entire world is paying attention. They're paying very close attention to this one here. Give me a second, guys. I want to see if I can pull up some more information here. See if there's any updates. X is down, by the way. There's been some really bad there's been some bad connection going on. So X is down. I truly apologize, guys. I'm still looking for some more updates here. And it seems like so far, it seems like this is all of it. But yeah, we are definitely building some very, very powerful equipments here. I want to bring this one up really quick. So this happened early today. I mean, again, information is spreading really quick, so I have to do some more research on this. But a Ukrainian drone struck in the Bear capital, Moscow. All right, so this happened early in the morning. All right, so you have this information too coming out. The Bear says 155 Ukrainian drones were taken down in less than a day. For at least 2 days in a row, Ukraine has launched massive waves of drones deep into the Bear territory. This is coming out from the Kiev Independent. Look at them drones. Hold on. If you hear a rooster in the background, that's my rooster. For some reason. Oh, it's about to rain, so it's really dark out here. The clouds is just, it's about to rain. And so I guess the rooster is calling his females. Hey, come on, let's go. Back in the coop now. It's about to rain. No more laying eggs out there. Okay, so guys, man, look at all them drones. We gave all that to them. Man. Well, again, there's been other country that's been giving a lot of stuff, but man. The Bear Air Defenses reportedly intercepted more than 150 Ukrainian drones over several regions, including areas near the capital, and what appears to be one of the largest such aerial assault, the Bear Defense Ministry said on May 22nd. So it seems like they did hit Moscow. For at least 2 days in a row, Ukraine has launched massive waves of drone deep into the Bear territory between the evening of May 20th and the morning of May 22nd. The Bear claims to have taken down 485 drones on its territory. 485. According to the Bear military, 159 drones were destroyed between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Once again, Moscow time on May 22nd. Now, the ministry said Ukrainian drones were intercepted across multiple central and western regions, including Moscow, where 22 drones were reportedly taken down surrounding regions of Kursk and other territories. The ministry described the drones as fixed-wing aircraft type unmanned aerial vehicles. The Kiev Independent couldn't independently verify the claims. Ukrainian authorities have not commented. All right. So that's where we are right now. So we definitely seen some nation against nation still building up. Now, in my next video, I think I'm going to talk more about Ukraine. Donald is basically washing his hand and saying, you know what, I'm dumb. You guys do whatever you want. This is not my military. This is, again, I got none of my sleeping giant soldiers in there. You guys do whatever you want. NATO, I'm out of here. Peace. So it's very sad. It's very sad. This is where we are right now. All right, so we're going to get to all that news, guys. We got some more coming up. But again, please share the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.